Hello guys. In today's video we will see very important details behind Portugal's victory over Ghana. Key points. The importance of pressure in Portugal's ball control. Why Portugal did not suffer in building up attacks. Portugal's possession structure and attacking problem. The thing I liked the most about Ghana national team was when they improved defensively. Analyze the goals of the whole match to identify the causes and to detect the mistakes of the players. Portugal controlled the ball and had more possession because Ghana did not try to build attacks from behind. E.g. 1. Portugal is pressing with only 5 players at Ghana's side of the field and 2 players in front of the goalkeeper, who has a numerical superiority with 3 defenders against only 2 in the first line. Ronaldo Felix, however, the goalkeeper without hesitation plays the long ball, arrives at Ruben Dias. Example 2. The goalkeeper plays the goal kick directly at the Portugal side of the field, which confirms Ghana's unwillingness to build from the back. On the other hand, Portugal had the desire to build from the back and did not suffer in the first 70 minutes because Ghana was very conservative in advancing their players outside the midfield with 5-3-2 against the ball. So here we find a numerical increase in favor of Portugal, with Bernardo and Neves to drive the ball from behind, with advancement of the full-backs Cancelo and Rafael. Neves Bernardo responsible for the build-up with the formation of the first line with 3 players and the advancement of the full-backs. We note the numerical superiority of the Portugal national team in the center of the field with the return of João Felix with Otavio. Once again Bernardo and Neves go up with the ball to the midfield to create numerical superiority as Bruno, Otavio, and Felix returns. Another example illustrates the idea. Neves, Bernardo, Bruno, and Otavio. We turn to get to know with the structure of Portugal possession, which changed a lot based on the fact that they have not been pressured in the center of the field. Example 1. Ghana behind the ball with defense 5-3-2. While the Portugal national team is with the formation 2-2-6. Bernardo and Neves stay in front of the centre-backs Dias Danilo. While on the offensive field there are 6 players. The full-backs step up Cancelo and Rafael Guerreiro. Overload the left flank with João Felix and Otavio, while Bruno moves deep behind Ronaldo. Example 2. Formation B2-3-5. The return of Bruno with Bernardo and Neves in the second line. Advancement of the full-backs to appear on the farthest lines to expand on the width, as Otavio steps up to the offensive support alongside João Felix and Ronaldo. Example 3-3-2-5. Bernardo returns, this time between the 2 centre-backs. Otavio returns to the second line alongside Ruben Neves. The players are constantly ahead of the farthest lines to expand, while the duo Bruno Fernandes and João Felix are behind Ronaldo. They reach the last third of the targeting the sides with direct play, as we see in the picture Danilo's pass at the advanced full-back Rafael Guerreiro, or switching the game from one side to another. But what made the Portugal national team less productive with open play was the slow movement of players without the ball, the slow movement of the ball and sometimes hesitation in decisions. Example 1. Switch of play from Ruben Neves to Cancelo. Here the offensive relay should be available during the switching of play in order to attack the half spaces. But notice here Cancelo receives the ball and Bruno Fernandes does not move to attack the space, while Otavio comes late, which makes you worry about the team's offensive ideas, because it must be determined who will attack the space and how smoothly it will be done, and who will stand in the middle to ensure the defense. Example 2. Bruno passes to Cancelo on the line. Here you have to move quickly and see the players deployed in a good way that ensures they fill the spaces. But he noticed Cancelo receiving the ball and standing up because there was no player in the half spaces. Otavio comes late. João Felix tries to support by moving in space. In the end, Cancelo hesitates on the pass, plays it the wrong way and spoils the attack. Example 3. Portugal attacks with 6 players against 5 in the offensive horizontal line. Neves passes to Cancelo, while no one close to Cancelo, Bruno asks him for the ball in the half spaces. Example 4. Neves passes wide to Cancelo. While the Manchester City midfielder is standing on the ball and hesitating whether to play a cross inside the box or pass into the space that Otavio is attacking. He didn't do anything positive, and in the end he passed the ball late and was less productive in finishing the attack. Therefore, Portugal's dangerous attacks in the first half were very few compared to their percentage of possession of the ball. Example 1. Rafael Guerreiro's cross to Ronaldo. Cristiano runs into the space, jumps over everyone and plays a header next to the post. Example 2. A passing error from Alexander, and then the Portugal national team turns offensive after a good pass from Otavio to Ronaldo. But in the end Ronaldo failed to convert it into a goal because the first touch of it in taming the ball was not calm, and here the ball came out, moved away and got out of his control. And the first goal of the match only came after ball possession on the left side. Rafael Guerreiro passes in half space to João Felix. Felix here is doing a proactive look to gather information. Makes the right decision to play and through ball with his back heel in Ronaldo's space. Ronaldo is ahead of his opponent because his acceleration was better and fiercer, and he caught the ball and took a penalty kick from it. Hit it hard in the right corner. While the second and third goals were from the counter-attack. Example 1. Thomas Partey plays a direct ball to look for a transition through the second ball. But the Ghanaian attackers could not take advantage of the situation. Danilo earns the ball and it arrives at Rafael Guerreiro. Playing fast and loose with Bruno Fernandes. Bruno moves, turns quickly and plays a through ball to João Felix. Felix arrives and scores the second goal. One again, Partey plays the ball Jordan Ayew, who looked as if he's playing football for the first time, when he had the chance to pass the ball to Baba Rahman or even playing a back pass. But he didn't and lost the ball after João Felix managed to dive. The ball arrived at Ronaldo, he gave it one touch at Bruno. Bruno set off with Rafael Leão coming quickly from the left. Bruno went and passed to Leão. The Milan star to score the third goal for the Portuguese national team. A very similar play of counterattack was repeated in the last minutes. Bruno breaks out and reaches the last third. He passes the ball to Rafael Leão, but the last, like Ousmane Dembele, both make you applaud him in one game and disgust him in another because their decisions lack seriousness. Notice Rafael Leão decides to receive the ball instead of shooting it from one touch as he scored the third goal. What did Ghana do in the second half? They were very scared at the beginning of the match and respected the Portugal national team too much, and when they arrived in the second half, their attacks ended quickly without any clear ideas except for shooting. Example 1. Example 2. Example 3. The provocative thing here is that they have introduced 8 players in the attack and they have a numerical increase on the left side, however there is no idea just to shoot. Thomas Partey and sending the ball into the stands. Once again, Mohamed Kudus shoots instead of passing to one of the sides and playing cross balls. When did they try to press? After their delay in the result, they applied pressure to return, and indeed they returned, which they should have done from the beginning of the match, because despite Portugal's strength on many levels but on the field is a team that can be defeated because his coach's football thoughts has become outdated and does not suit the current generation, which is full of offensive elements. Note how the Ghana national team score. The first goal, the ball with Baba Rahman. Mohamed Salah's escapes from Neves as Williams moves in front of Diaz and Mohamed Kudus runs to the space Diaz left behind. Williams catches Diaz's eye. Mohamed Kudus goes off to receive the through ball. Diaz arrives late. Rahman plays the cross ball which Danilo Pereira fails to cover and then goes when Andre Ayew turns it inside the goal. The second goal from the same side, a pass directly behind Cancelo. The Manchester City midfielder failed to cover and intercept the ball or shoot it out of the field, and it goes at Baba Rahman, who plays the cross to Al-Bakari, who escaped Danilo and scored the goal. Summary: Ghana did not offer anything tactical to put Portugal in a bind, and yet the Portugal national team did not take advantage of it as Spain and England did. But the difference is that Spain has Enrique, although his players are not as good as the Portugal national team, while the England national team also won a great result because the team worked on many ideas and scored in a variety of ways. The question is, do you agree that Portugal's win is very deceptive? Thank you for watching and goodbye.